Good morning, Infusionstudio.ca. I just got off the line with my infusion coach, James, Infusionsoft coach, and I meet with him once a week and I learn more about the system. It's one of the beauties of the package that I purchased when I bought Infusionsoft is you get actual business training and online training with it, and he's full of information and shortcuts as well. So if you take time to do a little bit of research before your coaching session, you'll get so much more out of it. And even just things like what the best time of day to email is, things like that, they're really up to date on what the latest stats are. For example, that emailing at 10 o'clock on a weekday is the right time to email at the moment. So little things like that, the coaching part of Infusionsoft is great. So what I'm doing today is I'm just going to repeat what I just learned basically, which is how to tag your contacts so that you can do list segmentation. So what I'm going to do today is I have created two tags. I have to actually go and create two tags. So we will actually do that first. And we will go. Oops. Hold on. We are going to go into CRM settings. And click on tags. Excuse me, I just choking on a piece of toast. And you're going to go to the right where there is a green button, which James and I decided that really it's time to put that link over by the word tags because it's just not making sense. So add tag, name the tag. I'm going to call it male. Actually, I'm going to be more specific. Businessman. And this is just going to be a prospect. And I'm just going to leave the rest blank. I'm going to add that to my taglet. Woman. If you're wondering why I might do that, I have a newsletter that I will be sending out, and I would like to, because I have a couple different sites. I have playharder.ca, which is about volunteering at some really awesome events like Tough Mudder and kind of a little bit more guy-oriented, get away from the office, go play hard with your buddies. I go volunteer at a lot of those events, and I have a blast. And then on the other hand, I have 7 Things I Love About You, which is about cushy things like 7 things you can do for your kids to make them feel better and grow up better and whatever. So I will be putting banners, separate banners in each newsletter, so they'll be just a little bit different. So it comes down to marketing to your target audience. So even though they're probably all in business, I think that there are certain things that you can market to women differently as you can to men. There's going to be things that they're interested in. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you go to the Infusionsoft logo at the top. I'm going to find your navigating tool here. And I haven't customized mine yet. I haven't built habits to know exactly what I'm doing because I am learning as I go here, which I think is great for you watching, knowing how easy this is to learn. So if I stumble a little bit, it's because I am learning as I go here. And when you repeat something that you've just learned, even better because you can find out what you missed and call in and ask. So I've gone to Campaign Builder, and I'm going to walk through the campaign that I already just built with James, and it's going to be on the Communication Studio. So I've actually, you know what? Let's create one from scratch. It is let's go Communication Studio. We're going to build a new one, and we're going to call it. I have a site called Infusionsoft.me. Infusionsoft.me, and you can put dots in, but do not put commas in because it will start to segment things. So there's the name of my campaign, and be really aware of this green button over here. No matter how much work you do here, until you publish it, it goes nowhere. So Infusionsoft.me will be a blog, and I will also, click. So these are the traffic sources. These are just kind of more placeholders. At some point in the future, they may have more detail that you can add to them. James says this is Twitter here, and hopefully you can't hear that they're building a house across the street. And I also have YouTube videos that I'm creating, and I do have a Facebook page, but I'm not really using it yet, but let's put it in there for whatever. And he said it's really good to space things out here as well. Great. Oh, let's put that there and drag that one. Let go up. And shortcut key, Shift, click on your mouse, and you can drag things around a bit. Very cool little shortcut. Okay. The reason I'm doing this is when you go to link these up, you'll see later the little arrows that you do, it makes a difference. So Shift, I'm going to slide back down again. Or you can slide in as well, depending on what screen you're using. I don't even know if this is maximized either. And notice as well that I am in Firefox, which is a really key tool as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in what my goal is. So from where it says sign up for newsletter, that can include, you can build your web form there, you can build a landing page, and that's indicated by this little piece here. I will just, and let's give it a little bit more space as well. So I'm just going to double click on this so you see what comes up. And it gives you the options for what your goal is achieved by when you fill this out. So it might be something as simple as a click. In this case, it's going to be a web form that is submitted. Infusionsoft.me right now is just forwarding through my affiliate link to Infusionsoft.com. So it tracks that I am sending people there, but I would like to actually make that into a blog so that as I learn more about Infusionsoft, I can share that information because I'm using it to build my other businesses, Play Harder and 7 Things I Love About You. So I've chosen web form, and things to come back to later is you might be applying a tag, or it might be after you've purchased a product. So there's ways to segment. Again, this is another way to keep segmenting your list and help it be reactive to what your clients are doing and who they are. So right now I'm just setting up my goals. So once I register for the newsletter, then I want to put in what's called a sequence. Now I know this is just more of an overview, but this is the part that I got a little stumbled on when I was trying to figure it out by myself. So I'm adding in a sequence, and that sequence, after that sequence, the goal is going to be to indicate interest. Now in my case, what I want to do is I want to segment the interest between males and females. So, and I've explained to you why previously. So, male business, female business. And I'm going to put here that this is for, the more specific you can be with what you label things, especially as you build different lists and different web forms, it's going to be easier for you to communicate with yourself later. So this is going to go to Infusionsoft.me, and that's web form. Enter. Click outside the box and it'll just come up there. This sequence will be segmentation emails. So that's segmentation. Yes, some days I can spell. Okay. So now I'm going to connect them. So when I click on this, like this, just drag and drop. This is the beauty of creating this campaign. Now this is, when I say campaign, it's your plan. So you could put this on a great big whiteboard. If you've got I'm hitting Shift to drag this up, Shift and click. Great little trick I learned from James today. Click and drag that to there. So it makes your planning and your thought process pretty cool. Okay, there you go. And then Shift, drag down, Shift, click, drag down. And this I'm going to take to there, and this to here, and to here. So even if I just did that today, which shows you what the campaign builder at least visually does, but now what we're going to do is we're going to go through and start building the campaign itself and some of the interactions. And part of this you're going to have to learn later. This is more of an overview because I I don't want this video to get too long. Plus, I'm just learning as I go here too. So I'm going to go to here, and I've already got that web form. So that's the purple one. Now, if I double click on this icon here, it's actually going to take me into the web form builder. It's thinking, my cute little Mac Airbook. And so it's copy from, let's see what this does. Legacy. I could probably, let's try the other one. I'm going to use this one here. Okay. Thinking. There we go. So on the Communication Studio website that I have, which is my main site that I revolve all my businesses around, communicationstudio.ca, this is the form that I have up at the moment. So I'm just going to use this right now and not spend any time on form building training. This is it. This is where your code comes from. You take it, you put it into your WordPress site, copy and paste it, use JavaScript so that you can edit it within Infusionsoft. Enough said there. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Now I've got to go back to my campaign. I'm starting from scratch. So we are going to open again. So if you do what I did and use the back button as opposed to the green buttons within Infusionsoft, that's what will happen. You'll end up going backwards that way. So now if I click on this, you're going to go into, just so you see what we did, I'm going to go back to that. That's the form. I will rebuild that later. Now I'm going to go back to campaign. So anyone comes to the website, I will put some huge magnet there. It's going to make them want to put their name in there no matter what, because they don't want to miss the top 10 Twitter tweets for the last 6 months, because that apparently is what's trending right now as far as Google searches. So then you're going to go to segmentation email. So I'm not actually going to create the emails right now. I am just going to show you kind of how the sequences worked. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to go to communications, and I'm going to drag out an email here, space them out good, drag out a couple emails. Actually, I don't want them to connect yet. Okay, so hold on. I want to actually, when they come in, I want to apply a tag. Is it going to let me drop in the middle there? There we go. Apply a tag. So when someone drops in there, I want to know what I want in Infusionsoft when they become a contact. I want them to be tagged with what website or what affiliate link or where they came from originally as well. So you want to have a process in place so that you can track where your leads are coming from, right? So once they come in, I want to tag them with one of these tags. So let me see if I actually have one for Infusionsoft. There we go. So I've got a tag already set up for Infusionsoft.me. I'm going to save that. So anyone that enters that web form and leaves me their contact information is going to be tagged with Infusionsoft.me. So when I want to go pull a list out, I can pull a list of tags of Infusionsoft.me. So once they do that, they are going to get an email. And hold on, I think I have messed up. Well, that's okay. So they're going to come in, they drop it in, they're going to get tagged, and they're going to get the opening email, which you can create, again, within Infusionsoft, which is so exciting. I don't know how far I'm going to get today. This is almost getting too long. So this is Infusionsoft's email programming, so you can do it that way. Create links and tags and that within the email, which is very cool. And remember that to publish it, you'll have to go from draft to publish and put as much information in, and you leave the to email there, and then you're going to, for example, go, that's who it's from. And every time you move between screens, Infusionsoft saves, which is very cool. So back to sequence. And so my sequence is, I don't know if I've got these. My next one that I want them to get is going to be 3 days. And James says, for example, that you want to send it at 1 p.m., which is the equivalent of 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 1 p.m. is what we do here on the West Coast, because apparently we don't get our own time thing. That should be fixed. I think I'm going to have to break this into 2 videos as well. So this will be a good way to start anyway. So then after 3 days, I'm going to set up a set of rules here, just so you know where we are going in the next video, is we are going to look at creating tags for that when someone comes into this email, just so you know that what's available, because I'm not going to have time to show it all to you today. In this email, for example, I could say, I can click or put an image. I am a boy. I am a girl. Okay, so we're going to save that. And what we want to do save, go back, which will then become tags that are attached to the people that read it, and if they choose to opt in as a male or a female, I'm now going to know whether they're male or female, which is kind of cool. So this is also a set of your sequences. So you can go if this, then this, and then we're going to go back to campaign, and we're going to pick this untitled email, and we're going to pick, I'm going to make this, I should have made this into a link, I will later. And what happens is if you click on this and this is the link, then you go to another set of emails, and then if they click girl, they get tagged when they go into another set of emails. But I'm going to actually stop here, because otherwise this video will get too long, and I will pick up a little bit earlier than this and we'll continue. Alright, but for now, you get a little bit of an idea of how the campaign builder works. You get an idea that you can segment who your customers are, and I will finish this at the segmentation point later, because otherwise we got too long a video. Take care and have a great day, and stay in touch. This is Anyssa from communicationstudio.ca.